Hey guys, it's Kaylor. Welcome to the YouTube channel. This is week 5 of the weekly design challenge, a weekly challenge that I host on my Discord server. There's always a link down in the description to sign up if you're interested. Also, I have a card on the screen right now. That video will tell you all about how to sign up. There's also some information in the Discord as well. This week's theme was creating an onboarding process for an application, either for an iPhone or Android device. As always in these videos, I go through and pick out a handful of the designs in the Discord to showcase and critique here in the video. As always, all the designers have links down in the description to their social media of choosing, so check them out and support them on their social media of choice. So you're going to want to make sure you stick around to the end of the video for next week's announcement. That way you know what to design for week 6 of the weekly design challenge. With all of that said, let's go ahead and take a look at week 5's designs. So first off, we have a submission from Marquez Scripts. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Again, if I mispronounce anyone's name in this video, I do apologize. So Marquez has a Behance link down in the description, and this is a onboarding process for a banking app. So this design looks really nice and clean. The layout overall looks really good. I like how you have one color throughout. With UI UX, you can never go wrong with using one color scheme throughout the entire app. The illustrations look good. The real reason I picked this for feedback is there's two things. First off, the text here on the body on all these screens is a little hard to read because it's too gray on this gray background. So you either need to lighten the background or darken the text or vice versa. Somehow you need to separate these two from each other because it's making it harder to read. And then also, I think the skip intro is a different font family than the rest of this. It could be where it's just so small on my screen that I'm not seeing it correctly, but it does look like it's a different font family. And if it is, I would consider changing it to the font family you're using up here because it looks good throughout the rest of the design. So again, that could just be me not being able to see that correctly. But other than that, I like the design. Thank you for submitting it. Again, Marquez has a Behance link down in the description. This next one is from Affect Us GFX. That is an Instagram handle, so I'll have an Instagram link for Affect down in the description. So this design looks really nice. I like how you have the blockchain symbolized by this illustration, and you even have the Bitcoin kind of tower here in the background. It's very low on opacity, so it looks really nice. It's not distracting. It's at a perfect opacity to where it just kind of flows in with the rest of the design, and it looks like it belongs there. So that's adding some nice detail for you in the background. I like how these next 3 screens have these simple line illustration. Since you have the busier background, that looks really nice on top of that. There's just a few things for feedback. One, I'm not a fan of how the logo changes from this colored logo in its full size to this. I would understand like when you click get started, this would shrink down, but I don't know why the color would change on the PHQ, but that's a small thing. The next big thing is where this button is. So you have the get started. The next button should either be in the same place or you need to make these consistent somehow. Having this jump up is not a good thing for UX. So just fixing the buttons here and getting them nice and consistent on each screen will really take this app to the next level. So other than that, I think the design is great. Thank you for submitting it. Again, Affect Us GFX on Instagram. Links down in the description. This one is from Mariusz Prozbilski. Mariusz has a Behance link down in the description. On this one, I like how you have this presented with the different colored phone screens. That's kind of cool. I would have really liked to see this presented on white, especially since you have these different colored phone screens. I think that would look really good, and it would really pop these phone screens out a little bit. As far as the design goes, I like it. The layout looks really well. You have the logo up top, the illustration, and your headings match the illustration so you can easily visually see what the onboarding process is telling you and taking you through. It looks like a typical onboarding process. The real reason I wanted to give you feedback is on your colors. So if you were to take all these swatches and put them together and really look at them, they just don't flow very well. The contrast is off and it just doesn't look as refined as it should. So that's really the one area on this one I would say if you were to work on and just take a little bit more time selecting your colors and maybe even use a color selecting tool. I think that would really bring this app together. So other than that, I don't really see anything else. Maybe here on the body text, you can either lighten the opacity just slightly or change this to like a medium darkish gray just to kind of separate that text out from each other a little bit, the heading and the body. Other than that, I like the design. Thank you for submitting it. Again, Mariusz has a Behance link down in the description. This one is from Maria Trechalova. Maria has a Dribble link in the description. On this one, you're using Undraw illustrations, and I really like these illustrations. Ever since I found these, I've been a really big fan of these. I think they look really good in any app and website you're going to use them on, and they're free, which is always nice. So it looks like the Undraw illustrations do not match the heading. I think that would have been cool since I know you can change the color on these. I think the blue would have at least changed to match this text. I think that would have been a good opportunity to take there. The layout down here at the bottom looks good. I like the back, the paging, and the sign up button. I think that looks really nice. I think the font family really adds to that. Up here at the top, it looks a little too plain. So maybe adding a logo or some kind of other functionality up there would make that look a little better. But here on the sides, these illustrations are kind of cut off. If you would either scale them down so they're not cut off, or especially on this ribbon, I think that might look cool, flowing all the way from one edge of the screen to the next. I think that would be a kind of a cool idea. So just kind of fixing some small things on this one. That's really all the feedback I can give you. Maybe when you present this, lowering the drop shadow. It looks a little too dark, so just lighten the drop shadow opacity by maybe 30–40%. I think it would look really good on this white background. So thank you for submitting that, Maria. Again, Maria has a Dribble link in the description. I think this is going to be the last one that I give feedback on in the video because I will be doing a showcase section just after this one. So this one is from Linus, and I don't think there is a social media link on this one. So Linus, if you want to get in contact with me on Discord, I'll be happy to update the description for you. So on this one, I really like the clean design you went for, and the illustrations are this nice smaller size, so they are not like in your face, and it's a nice little subtle thing. This one looks very similar to an Undraw illustration that I've seen, but this isn't really Undraw style, so I think you've done this yourself, or you either got it from somewhere else. But either way, I really like the illustrations that you're using in this. So on this one, the main thing I wanted to give you feedback on was you're using a lot of white space on the top here and on the bottom. So it feels like because of that, this section is really cluttered here in the middle. So there's two things that I would recommend trying to kind of separate this out and make this page look a little bit more filled, because it looks a little off with how much white space you have up and down here. One, the positioning on the heading and the body, maybe put it somewhere around here. And two is the buttons. I feel like if you put one here and one here on each side of the paging, I think that would be a really nice thing to do as well. But other than the small positional changes, I like the design, so thank you for submitting it. And Linus, again, get in contact with me on Discord, and I will add your link to the description. Now here's some more great designs from this week. So that is all of the week 5 designs that I'm going to showcase and give feedback on in today's video. So thanks to everyone who participated in the week 5 of the weekly design challenge. And thanks again to everyone in the Discord who's helping and giving some critiques and feedback in the chat. So with all of that, let's go ahead and talk about week 6. So week 6 theme is going to be a dashboard design. So you're going to design a dashboard, and when you design a dashboard, it's got to be clean, it's got to display analytics, It's going to be interesting to see these designs, so I can't wait to see your guys' dashboard designs for week 6. Again, make sure you guys submit them by Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, consider giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more design related content. I try to upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, so make sure you have that notification bell on so you don't miss a video. And as always, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.